Hi everybody, thanks for joining Create with Dee. I don't know about you, but sometimes I struggle when I use a wheel in order to get consistent coverage and everything, and then also sometimes I struggle with where the break in the stamp on the wheel hits too. Over time, what I found I like to do is take the wheels and convert them into our Claremont stamps. So let's get started learning how to do that. What we need, of course, is a wheel, a craft knife, and the Clareblock, the Claremont cling foam. This is one sheet, and as you can see, I've used it a couple of times. It's kind of buried in the catalog. This is the 2013-14 catalog. It's on page 197. Number A, the Claremont cling foam for $10.95. But it's a foam that you can use and get several uses out of, and I'll show you how that's done. Okay, so there's, what the sheet would look like. What we want to do is start with our wheel and our craft knife and find the seam on the wheel. Okay, so I'm going to look around and just make sure, yep, that's the seam. And you can take a look and you can see where that seam is at. With your craft knife, and very carefully cut the stamp. Okay, and I'm going to go over this twice. Get a crisp cut on that. And then it's simply a matter of pulling the stamp off of the wheel. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, and my knife might be a little bit dull. I'm going to press a little harder. Just go over it a couple of times. There it goes. And once it lifts off, see how it just starts to peel? Just carefully peel off the rubber off of the wheel. And there we go, we have it. So after you have the stamp removed from the wheel, what you're going to do is take the side that, see how this one's more white and this one's more translucent? It almost looks like wax paper. What we want to do is measure an approximate size for our wheel. And if you want to, you could trim that out. What I'm going to do is just give it a rough cut right now. Cut off a section of it. And I'll peel back. Well, let me do it one more time here. So again, I'm just kind of doing a rough cut around. Just going to get the approximate, size on it, and we'll come back and trim this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. And so on the side, again, like this is the really white side, and this is the side that looks more like wax paper. We're going to peel off the wax paper side. And now that's super sticky. And that's the side that's going to be, we're going to adhere our wheel stamp to. So I'll just kind of get it lined up here and lay it down on my strip. Okay, I didn't cut it quite long enough, but that's okay because I'll show you why in just a second. Okay, so now with our craft scissors, I'm going to come back here and trim it up just a little bit on the foam. Okay, so you can kind of clean up that edge as much as you like. Okay, and really that's all there is to it. Now if I peel this off, and again this is the white, the whiter side of the two, it's going to reveal the stamp side that goes onto our Claremont blocks. And a little bit gets on there. There we go. For me, what I like to do is take the wheel and the wheel stamp that I've now just mounted on the foam. Isn't that super easy? That is so super easy. I like to measure it on our acrylic block size eye. This measures just about 5.5, which is perfect for a card maker like me. And I'm going to, we can use our grid paper here. Let me actually turn it over to the inches side. And I'm going to trim it down to 5.5. Okay, so it looks like I've got about a 7-inch worth of strip here. And I'm going to trim it to just slightly over 5.5. And again, why is that? It's that for most of the cards that I make, if I want to do a 5.5 inch, I can. And now that's going to fit on my e-block. Oh goodness, I should have trimmed that other side. Oh well, it'll be just fine. Okay, so that's all there is to convert a wheel stamp to a regular clear stamp using the Claremont conversion foam. And let's make a card using our new wheel stamp. So let's make a card using our new converted wheel stamp. I've already stamped and trimmed out a gingham strip in Daffodil Delight. Now I'm using the Melon Mambo, and this is, you'll definitely be able to see it on the video good. So I'm going to ink up my image nice and good. Got a scrap strip of Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp my image, pressing firmly because it is a big stamp. And there's my gingham strip. I'll go ahead and get that trimmed out. So I've trimmed it so that the length of it is 5 inches, and I just literally trimmed out the gingham. And just to show how this could look on a card, make sure I have it going in the right direction. I'll put a little Tombow on our strip. I like looking for stamps that have like a basic pattern that's, just classic and universal. And when I saw this gingham stamp wheel, I knew that I wanted to have it in my stamp collection just for that, because who couldn't use some gingham every now and then? So I'm just kind of layering my gingham, and I'm using the stamp set Kind and Cozy. It's got some gingham accents to it as well. It's part of that collection with the wheel. And I'll put the layering embellishment here, and then I have the sentiment, and I stamped this sentiment using my Stampin' Write markers to color it. And let's see here, put little dimensions on the back. And I did punch it out, or die cut it out with Chalk Talk. And there's our card using the gingham wheel that's converted. So I hope you give wheels a try. Once you get your foam pad conversion stuff, everybody, the stamp wheels then are super duper inexpensive too, and a great addition to your stamp collection. Thanks for watching, everybody, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.